I think a lot of people have it where they're trying to buy stuff and then trying to do stuff because they want to really impress people that they don't like. They're trying to buy the car and the house and the watch and the purse and the travel. They want to post the Instagram travel, they want to do all that because they just want other people to say, you're amazing, you're beautiful, you're powerful, wow, you're so lucky.
And it was literally a couple months ago, we just started talking about podcasting and what we have vision and idea for. And I said, I need somebody to do this with because I don't want to do it alone.
Yeah.
He's like, I've been looking to do this thing with somebody. I'm like, cool, are you the type of person to say yes now and say no later? He's like, no. He's like, let's do it. And a week later, we shot our first podcast. Hardest part was pressing. Yeah, hardest part was just pressing record.
That's all it is. Now you're a realtor too, aren't you?
No.
You're not?
No, I have a solar business.
Solar? Oh, really?
Yeah.
Interesting. How about you?
I'm into NFT, into blockchain and gaming.
Got it. Who is it
right now?
Which 27 is it?
Yeah.
That's awesome. So who's like? So you guys all do this together?
Well, we do it together,
Got it.
and then we brought him on.
Austin's a special guest today.
I just got back from the
In
States
addition.
like a few weeks ago, so.
Gotcha.
Yeah, and he knows shit a lot better than all of us, so we thought might as well bring you along. He's got experience with the camera.
Gotcha. That's a personal car that I've had for a while.
I love the
That's
Fox
a
body.
Mustang?
Yeah. That's only got 18,000 original miles on it.
Right.
Wow.
You can add to it. See it?
This is it.
Yeah. We're having another car shot today.
The Fox body is like,
Consistency allows you to get in when the time is right.
Right.
So it's the same thing as advertising.
Yeah.
So when you place an ad on Instagram or in the newspaper or anything, if you only do the ad for 2 weeks or 1 month, you'll be incredibly lucky if you capture somebody who is looking for your product at that time. You want to run an ad for minimum 12 to 18 months to see if it works.
Would you say that's a basic level? I mean, obviously we're doing all these calls.
Yeah.
The follow-up question was always getting the permission, and then what's next?
Then you actually, so here's where 99% of people falter.
They stop following up.
They get the permission, but they don't have the discipline or the tools or the system. It's mainly discipline. But the word discipline, you know where it comes from? Desire, right? So people aren't undisciplined, they're unmotivated. And they're not unmotivated, they haven't found the thing, they're doing the thing for the wrong reason. So discipline's easy. It's so easy. Like I woke up, last night I went to bed at 8. Right? I was up this morning at 2:30. I was jazzed to start my day, but I'm like, you know what, you need a little bit more sleep because I trained pretty hard.
Just on my day at 2 a.m.
Yeah, I was jazzed. So
you
then
got up all
I'm like,
excited.
go back to
2:30
sleep.
hour.
Go back to sleep for a little bit longer. But nobody needs to motivate me in the last 22 years to be in business because I'm not in business to buy things to impress anybody. I'm not trying to do something because I'm looking for an applause or an accolade.
Right.
I literally love the game of finding deals.
Yeah.
And training people. I fucking love training people. I love it.
Do you think you can catch motivation through discipline if you just keep doing the things that you need to do?
Well,
And it motivates you enough? I know
what you're asking.
It's always the purpose. I'm always looking for the big why. And I realize I don't know what the big purpose is. However, I do know if I show up and I keep showing up, I'm gonna get the results. And the results is what I really care for. I don't really care for a bigger purpose. I know that we're going to help as many people as possible, and we're going to keep building what we're going to build. But this purpose and this why, I can never put it down on a piece of paper.
if you could,
And I'm scared to put something big, hairy, audacious goal on paper as well.
if you could put it down, then you would have answered the question that sages and gurus have had for a gajillion years. Why are we here? It's pretty interesting. Motivation is, I think a lot of people have it where they're trying to buy stuff and then trying to do stuff because they want to really impress people that they don't like. They're so hurt inside that they don't realize that they're trying to buy the car and the house and the watch and the purse and the travel. They want to post the Instagram travel, they want to do all that because they just want other people to say, you're amazing, you're beautiful, you're powerful, wow, you're so lucky. Right? Why do you think people go and marry people that are beautiful just so other people can say, wow, you have a beautiful wife, or you have a beautiful, wow, your husband's so muscular. we sold like this, it's so rich, whatever. People, like, I'm in the space of helping people, but man, people are hurt. People deep down, the majority, have so much work to do. And I can say that because I had a lot of work to do, and I had so much to overcome because I was so insecure and scared. And I was buying all this stuff in my 30s and 20s, trying. Like I bought my first Porsche when I was like in my early 20s, and I was like, look at me.
Yeah.
Right?
It was all attention then.
All attention. Are you kidding? It was all attention.
Validation, right?
Yeah.
Validation. So what's super important to you guys right now in your lives individually? Like what's one thing that you're working on that's really important to you?
Yeah, so
Give me one thing personally and professionally. We'll start like a minute.
personally,
He says, give him at least 10.
I need to fit. No, I'm just kidding. Moving back up from the States, it's very weird because I feel like it was the first time I really got a groove as an entrepreneur, doing business acquisitions, getting into software development, working as a consultant for other startups, and just really getting into that groove. But my immigrations didn't go through, and so I'm going through that whole process now back in Vancouver, and I'm sort of in a way starting over, although I do have some relationships here.
So what are you working on?
Yeah,
Come on, get clear, Austin.
Yeah.
Clarity, it sounds like you need some clarity.
totally, like 100%.
So you don't know what you're working on, that's
I
okay.
lost my clarity.
That's okay. Sometimes it's, you know what, I just want to find clarity,
Yes.
right?
Yeah.
So if, like, it's okay to not know what you want.
Yeah.
And that's actually a beautiful place to be because that gives you a chance to explore. Like when COVID happened, I went from doing 22 seminars a year, right? Toronto here. I was like, just all the time, seminars, to zero, right? I had a thriving business and then to like zero. And I was like, what are we gonna do? That's when I was like, let me just get into a great place. That's when I met my wife. And then we started like playing tennis and rollerblading. And I was just like, it's okay, let me just see what's going on. And then this place came up within a few months of that. I can't wait.
Yeah.
I think the less that we try to figure it out, sometimes you just need to kind of just trust.
Yeah.
And and really just go with the flow of like, hey, why? If you ask yourself why 10 times of each layer, and if it comes down to something where you're like, holy shit, and for most people, I'm not saying it's you, I'm saying in general, for most people it ends up coming back to, oh wow, I'm doing this to impress or appease or satisfy somebody else. Or a need, or something else.
There has to be a blueprint though, right? Not everybody is gonna have the idea of just taking a seat back and then reflecting on yourself, personal development. I find it to be a pretty tedious task. Even reading 10 pages a day, sometimes I don't want to do it, but I feel the need that I have to do it, otherwise I'm not going to know what tomorrow holds for me.
I would stop. I would stop doing it. I would 100% stop reading, stop going to seminars, stop doing anything.
Okay?
And I've given this advice to only about 5 people very recently who are very smart like you, very successful. And I said, stop reading, stop doing everything because you know too much. And listen to music. And just do everything and anything that lights you up.
Analysis paralysis.
Especially when you're going through something very difficult,
Yeah.
like you're going through. This is not the time to study and do more work. This is the time to like heal.
What do you think about so I love business, but also my father is 83 years old. He's had some health complications and he was a successful businessman. And so I love business. I have urgency to do well in business, but I also know that I know that like part of me sometimes is like, what if I was to slow down? But then another part of me is like, well, you want to hit a certain goal and have certain experiences with your father at this point in your life, which kind of seems like everything coming to a head a little bit.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's hard because it's like I can't differentiate always my own personal ambitions and maybe the ambitions I have to serve, like you were mentioning, like serve other people. That
You do what's important. I haven't served anybody for 2 years. Because I also had a concussion 2 years ago to talk about all this. I slipped and I hit my head in the shower. Right before I bought this place. right after, I don't know, sometime in the last 2 years. So for 2 months I said, I can't remember. So for like 2 months I sat in a dark room, right? Look, losing a father, you will never regret spending time with your dad and having experiences with him and not chasing business and crushing it in business. That's easy. Business is always, money means nothing. Money is shit. What's it for? Nothing. It's useless. Money is literally useless. You just need it to feed
It's
yourself.
like the thing in the corner, right? Just sits
You
there.
just need it to just do your thing.
Not the most
Basically, yeah.
Or like, I don't know. Everyone always says like A or B, and no one says C. Option C is do business with your dad. That's like a third option that rarely gets explored. Or just trust that what you're doing in the moment is the right thing already. You don't need clarity on it.
What's your best advice for somebody that just wants to live a kick-ass life?
Be super authentic and honest to who you are. For you. Not for anybody else, but just for you. And with that authenticity will come they will choose a partner, and they will choose a business, and they will choose a job or an education if they choose to, pursue higher education just for them. Because all motivation, all inspiration, all drive, all ambition is super easy. It's super easy to be motivated and authentic and driven and disciplined when it's something that you love and you're not doing it for any other reason. I never have a day where I feel like I'm dragging to read a book. I never force myself to listen to a podcast. I never force myself to come here. Or start another business. It's all very natural. Because it's real. It's for me. And for nothing else. It's for the love of whatever that is. That's
awesome. Rahul, any closing remarks?
No, man. Thank you. I appreciate having you on.
Thanks a lot.
Thank you so much.
Good to see you again. Good to see you again.
Nice to see you.
Yeah, it's fun.